WrestleMania 41 is done. So let's sit back, kick an ash, and let's cross it out. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CrossYouOut podcast. And of course, I am your host, Eric Cross. And in today's show, well, we just got done with WrestleMania Night 1. And really nothing surprising happened. Here's the thing. The show itself, decent. Again, I feel like it wasn't a WrestleMania match. And I say this for the last 2 years or so. You know, these 2-night main events, these 2-night WrestleManias, I understand New Japan did it, and I understand that, but the reality is it's too much. It's too many matches, too many things to fit into one show. It should just be one night WrestleMania like it was before. But this is where we're at. This is where the WWE's formula is. But nonetheless, tomorrow, that episode for WrestleMania Night 2, WrestleMania 41 Night 2 will be kind of delayed, so just bear with me on that. But let's just get right into it. Here's another thing that kind of irritates me, and I still don't understand it, where the winner of the Royal Rumble is supposed to main event the show, and nope, that doesn't happen. So we start off the show with the World Heavyweight Championship match. Gunther, the champion, versus Jey Uso, and Jey comes up with the victory after doing, I believe, four splashes to Gunther, 3 repeatedly, 4 altogether that he has tried. It was a decent match. I still don't understand why they put this on first. That's kind of, I don't want to say disrespectful, because at the end of the day, this whole thing with the winner earning a shot for a championship match just doesn't make any sense anymore for the main event at WrestleMania. That should be thrown out and just say their title match of their choice at WrestleMania, but is not in the main event, because that is where the winner of the Royal Rumble should be. But what do I know? So Jey Uso picks up the victory. He picks up his first world title. Very, very deserving. I know if you ask for Kishi, he's going to say my son deserves both, the main event spot, the world title, the WWE title, the AWA title, the NWA title, the AEW title, all the titles in the world. But it's just how it is. Then we move on to the second title match of the night. Pretty much all the matches except the main. Hold on. I just looked at this and I just realized there's only 2 matches on here. There's only 2 matches on here that are not title matches, and one of them is fucking main eventing for WrestleMania. That is fucking ridiculous. I can't believe that. Anyways, we go into the World Tag Team title match. The New Day versus the War Raiders. The champions, the War Raiders, go into this. decent type of match. Again, with these stadium shows, it's always a little difficult to hear the crowd, but when the crowd pops, the crowd pops. The New Day pick up their another piece of tag team titles. I think this is 15 for them. I think I'm not really sure how many tag team titles they've have actually won. Oh yeah, there is actually 3 matches that are not title matches. Excuse me. Um, the New Day pick up the victory. They are the new tag team champions by shenanigans. Uh, uh, Kofi holds down, I believe, Eric's foot after I think a crossbody or something to have Xavier Woods on top of Eric, and they pick up the victory. Next match was a grudge match. It was supposed to be like a blood feud match. Jade Cargill versus Naomi, and again, decent type of match. Like I say on the AEW pay per view recaps, there's some matches that should just be on TV and not be on pay per view, and this was one of them. I understand the fact that Naomi took out Jade, and it took her out of action, and whatever's. But the reality is, this match should not have been anywhere near this WrestleMania card. But it was. Jade picks up the victory after hitting the power bomb and then into her jaded finisher. We go into another match that should have been on this card, deserving the United States Championship match. Uh, uh, Jacob Fatu versus L.A. Knight. Yeah. Um, a Knight coming in as a champion, and great back and forth matches, or great back and forth moves, action between them. Um, Knight hitting his finisher after Fatu hits a splash off the top. Great false finish, pinfall. Um, and Jacob Fatu picks up his first title in WWE, becoming the United States champion at WrestleMania, which is amazing. Love it. Um, Great match. This match should have been definitely a little higher up in the card, but definitely well deserved matchup. Then we go into El Grande El Americano, the greatest luchador of all time. That's not Chad Gable. Versus a replacement Ray Phoenix for Rey Mysterio Jr. I believe he is currently hurt right now. There is something that I will get into after I run through this card. Um, Again, back and forth match. You know, Ray Phoenix, he looks a little off to me. I don't know if he's still trying to get used to the fact that he is in the WWE system and they want a certain way, not the way that he's been wrestling for years. But is he adjusting slowly but surely? Hopefully, he gets his bearings in, and he gets the product as it is. But um, uh, Chad Gable, excuse me, El Grande Americano picks up the victory, and great, great, great matchup for the true veteran of lucha libre, El Grande Americano. Uh, and then we go into the women's championship matchup. The champion Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair, back and forth. You can tell they were still a little pissed off at each other, and you can tell. I don't know if this was more of a work shoot slash work, or this was just them being pissed off at each other and doing shit that that kind of just pissed off each other. I know. Probably, I think at some point Tiffany Stratton got her tooth chipped or something because it looked a little funky when she was smiling at the end of the match. But she does pick up the victory. She is still the women's champion. Um, you know, good. I don't want to see Charlotte continue on and try to win her 15th time championship. But she's going to do it one way or another. So, yeah. Um, and then we go into the triple threat main event. CM Punk finally gets his main event, not for a title match, but he gets the second night or the first night of WrestleMania as the champion. I absolutely love the on a side note, I love the fact that the fans have taken his MJF promo, telling MJF to go to the other side if the grass is so greener, um, and just main event a buy one free 4 night main event on your thing. But that's what he's doing anyways. So he is not true the main event. He is the first night main event, I guess, which is we got him. Anyways, it's a triple threat match: Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. CM Punk having Paul Heyman in his corner as the favor that he has requested from the Survivor Series War Games match. It was good. It was, it was a good. It was actually a good triple threat matchup. Um, at the towards the end of the match, CM Punk was about to hit Roman with the chair. Paul Heyman runs down, or not runs down. He's right next to CM Punk. Drops down, gives CM Punk a low blow. Then the moment of truth where Roman and Paul Heyman are going to come back together, be a unit. He's going to be his tribal chief. Then he tells him to hit Seth because Seth is down at this point, and then another turn by Paul Heyman to joining up with Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins picks up the victory in this triple threat main event. And that is it for the uh, the night one WrestleMania 41 show. The whole card, again, decent matches. Some matches should be on TV, or excuse me, on Netflix. Other matches really shouldn't have been on. Again, should have been on the card. Other matches should not have been on the card. But that's just my 2 cents. And honestly, what is it? But another thing is that WWE has made a purchase of AAA, and now they are working with WWE. I believe they're going to be either a developmental for Mexico, like NXT Europe, UK. We don't know the deal yet. There is going to be a joint show for I forget when they announced it, but it's going to be over at the LA Kia at the Kia Center, and yeah, good. I know, and this is funny too because it's just off of the heels of AEW announcing that they are going to run a show from Mexico, Grand Slam Mexico with CMLL. It's a very, very interesting moment for them to announce that. But what do I know? And I find it funny too because it's like um, Triple H goes on and tries to go last night at the Hall of Fame, saying to be nicer to people and be more respectful to others, and you know let's see how he respects Tony Khan in AEW, but that's just a different story. So all right. I'm gonna get on out of here. This is a quick episode. I was going to come on and do an episode on some of the stuff I got for my EDC. My wife ended up getting me that little thing right there, which I will show more of. And then also I was going to come on and talk about some of the cigars that I actually got to smoke in the last couple weeks or so. And I will do that after WrestleMania. Uh, maybe in the next week or so, I'll come back on, do that, and also for everybody that's going to celebrate tomorrow, Happy Easter, and yeah. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, cross out. Good night, everybody.